After taking in the room, Dane made his way to the receptionist, whose clothing in no way matched the neutral atmosphere of the lobby. Didn't magenta blouses die off a few years ago? Hi, my name is Dane Bishop. That's nice, sweetie, mumbled the receptionist as she checked her nails. I'm here for an interview. Okay, with who? Drawing a blank, yeah, that sounds intelligent, for the internship. Oh, that one. It's on the 15th floor. Thank you, Dane said. He was only slightly disappointed when she flashed him smile. You're welcome, go away. Figuring that he could try to get into his interview early, Dane headed towards the elevators. Besides, the receptionist was giving him the creeps. I really think that I can do a good job here. Thank you for your application, we'll be contacting you. It was barely noon and it looked as though today was going to be another long one. After the latest applicant left, Steve Jones, 21, 3.87 GPA. Sarah took out a blank piece of paper and scrawled busy on it. She couldn't help but sag her shoulders and hang her head a little as she grabbed her lunch and headed towards the door. She had been overjoyed when she was granted the ability to choose her new assistant. She had been certain that she'd been right in bugging Mr. Christensen until he allowed her to set up this internship program. It had only taken a few hours for her to pick up the finer points of interviewing people from Gabe, the human resources director. And she went into yesterday's interviews feeling excited and hopeful. After all, it wasn't often when she'd be able to skip work for not 1 or 2, but 3 days. This was all prior to yesterday's bunch though. Her opinion of her plan had dropped considerably in the last 24 hours. Before this, she had been used to dealing with professional people who had their act together and who actually knew their subject material. Several of her candidates showed up to the interview unprepared. Others showed up haggard from parties. One even discovered that she was in the wrong building. Some didn't even bother to show up. The ones who did show up ready to go often disappointed her with their stuffiness and inexperience. Despite all that, she couldn't help but feel a little heartened by the thought of taking an extra long lunch as she taped the sign on the door, locked it and walked towards the lunchroom.